The boy had a superpower. He could travel through time and space. He could jump to the past or future whenever he wanted. But something unexpected happened that day. He accidentally ended up in the apocalypse. The world around him was full of ruins and destruction. Xiao Wu had a sinking feeling in his gut. He ran as fast as he could toward home, but his neighborhood was already reduced to rubble. He had to go back fast to save his family. But the worst part was, his powers didn't work in this place. He was completely trapped in the apocalypse, so he began searching for survivors in this ruined world. He believed, without a doubt, that his superpowered family was still alive. But reality hit him like a punch to the gut. All he saw were the lifeless bodies of his siblings. The only clue left behind was a fake eyeball. Maybe that was the key to stopping the end of the world. It only made him more determined to go back in time. He had to stop this catastrophe from ever happening, and that belief alone kept Xiao Wu alive for 25 long years in the apocalypse. Even though he searched every corner of the world, he still couldn't find a way back to the past. As he grew older and weaker, old Wu was close to giving up. But just as he was about to surrender, a graceful woman suddenly appeared before him. She was the first living person he'd seen in half a century. Something that strange couldn't be good. He raised his shotgun, aiming it at her cautiously. After some talking, he finally learned the truth. The woman was from the Time Bureau, and the reason she was here was because they needed his time-traveling abilities. If he agreed to work for them for 5 years, then once the contract was up, he'd get a pension and the freedom to travel to any timeline. Hearing he could finally leave the apocalypse, old Wu quickly agreed to her terms. He became a time correction agent. Anyone who existed outside the timeline was erased without mercy by Wu, but no one knew that Wu had been waiting for the right moment all along. He was looking for a way to return to the past. Finally, after countless time jumps, he gathered enough coordinates. During his final mission, using the coordinates he'd collected, he forced open a tear in time. There, he saw his beloved siblings once more. Even knowing the punishment for breaking the rules, old Wu threw caution aside and dove into the past. But something went wrong during the jump. He turned back into his 13-year-old self. But Xiao Wu didn't have time to dwell on that. He immediately asked what day it was. When he learned there were only 7 days left until doomsday, he sprang into action to stop it. But as soon as he stepped outside, the Time Bureau locked onto his location.